According to the UK government, over 300 languages are spoken in London. There are more than 22,000 music performances a year, and 84% of Londoners highly value the city's cultural scene. London is home to approximately 8.8 million people, 21,000 drivers of black cabs, 3,500 pubs, 272 underground stations, 7 Premier League football teams, and the royal family. And I could continue reading you statistics about who the people of London are and what they are like, but that wouldn't be right. Because the most I have learned about life in London has been from the people I have formed relationships with that are actually from here. What I've learned about people from London, from my experiences, is that they tend to always look put together. Where it is common for US students to go to class in basically their pajamas, that would not happen here. And they always look like they have somewhere to be. They do love football and going to a pub to watch the game, but these encounters are more about loyalty and friendship than anything else. They tend to say sorry more than necessary and are overly polite compared to the typical American. And they know how to enjoy a night out. Whether that be at a club, a pub, or a cultural experience, they can make the most out of any situation. When traveling around Europe and then coming back home to London, I have also realized that people in the city are more reserved. They don't want to get in anyone's way, or take up too much space, or be too loud. So if you are too loud or taking up too much space, people notice. Which explains why even at 6 p.m. on a Tuesday when everyone is coming out of work and jamming into the tube, you can still hear a pin drop because no one dares to speak. I've noticed too that people in London are not afraid of doing things alone. Like, at all. Whether it's just a coffee shop or a trip on the tube, or a full-on fancy dinner and a play, whenever I felt alone in the city or worried about doing things solo, I knew the likelihood that there would be someone next to me doing the same thing would be very high. Because in a city like this, you are never really alone. From the 5 months I spent here, I felt like Londoners really do look out for each other. Coming from experience with city life from New York City, I always felt safer here, from being on the tube to walking around at night. One time, I was on the tube with my friend in the morning, and she started to feel lightheaded. And as soon as others around us noticed something was wrong, they offered her a seat, helped us off the train, and went to get help from the station's workers. This was one of the many experiences I have had where I felt like people in London really cared about other people. The people I have met here and the friendships I have formed are what truly made me feel at home in the city. And learning from people who live here about how the lifestyle is different and adapting to it myself has been one of the best parts of my experience.